Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Monday night team Zoom. Today is February 4th. We have a lot to go over, but we have some really special guests on the Zoom tonight. We have, of course, our very famous and own Paul Taira. He wants to share about what happened this past weekend, what we can maybe expect this weekend. And he is at Triple Diamonds, Bo and Cindy Buck. And they are out in Colorado, and Paul just spent the weekend there, still there, actually, enjoying the snow, but they had a big event. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Yeah, it was great.
Thanks so much. We got a little bit of dinner appointment. You know, we got these guys plan all kinds of amazing social things too. While we're here, it's just been a fantastic time. Saturday, getting to see all of their team, you know, quite a few of their team members. It's just really wonderful that a lot of us, even though we're in different organizations, can come. I know Foster Terry, you guys went out to Montana. It's just really wonderful that we've got such a great relationship, from a company, regardless of whether, we're financially, individually benefiting. I think it's just great to be able to help each other and build this company as a whole. So I want to thank Bo and Cindy for their great hospitality. Like you said, they took me out up here this was the first time I've snowboarded in Colorado, and it was absolutely amazing. And I have to thank them for putting up with my lack of skills. And I'm sure they were slowing down. I know they were slowing
He was
down,
surfer on snow.
but I really appreciate that. Cindy's amazing, and she's been an instructor for many, many years. And so I just kind of like, man, I hope I can at least keep up and not embarrass myself to do that. But I asked them to join us today to kind of go over, maybe some takeaways from the Saturday event. And Nancy Tennell was there as well, and some great leaders. And in hopes that, for next weekend to cut the stage and for you guys to get as many folks out there as possible, because again, the messaging now I think is getting tighter and tighter, and the focus on being able to build a business with ASEA is getting, I hate to use the word easy, but it's getting simpler, and because we don't have to do like the product validation as much and explain mitochondria and all these, granular level details. Our product is no longer on trial. And so we can now, and that's why we're seeing these starts of the momentum growth phase of as a whole. So in Bo Buck, again, thanks again. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you for a few words of wisdom.
You want to start?
Sure. Well, it was a great event. We absolutely loved having Paul here. We loved having Nancy Tennell here. And, the twist that Paul put on the presentation was really highlighting the fact that the timing in the business right now is so key. It's so key. So I hope that, he was really emphasizing that. I hope that nobody's embarrassed about talking about the business. I mean, people earning money in ASEA, there's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, the bigger network that you build, the more people you're going to help physically. So, the key is talking about business, listening to people about what they want in their life, and what's working in their life and what's not working in their life, and really plugging in the ASEA business as a possible solution, because a lot of people don't even know how network marketing works. They don't understand what it is. They don't understand, that ASEA is in that space, and that this business model is very, very reputable if you're with the right company, which we are. So that was really Paul's emphasis, and I would encourage you to get as many people as possible to your event this coming Saturday. I mean, leverage the event. Don't just come by yourself. Rattle the trees and see who you can bring with you, so that they can hear what you're hearing. Otherwise, you'll be sitting there stirring, wishing you had more people there. Nancy Tennell was also awesome. She was really about digging deep and finding out what really gets you excited, and really leveraging that spark, because that spark is going to, emote what you're truly feeling. That enthusiasm and excitement and belief and confidence is going to attract, a whole different caliber of people. She also talked about how you can have different conversations, different kinds of conversations with different kinds of people. So, she talked about her friend who had a health problem, who was a really good friend of her, and she led with love and just said, listen, I love you. I found something that can help you. You know, I really think it's important that you pay attention. But she said, if I was, you know, talking to Paul Taira or, you know, somebody like that, that kind of mushy kind of conversation isn't going to really appeal to him. But if I had a more business-oriented conversation with him saying, listen, I completely admire your business acumen. I know how much influence you have. I'm working with an incredible company that's poised for explosive growth right now. We're going to do as much business in the next 3 years as we've done in the past 9 years. And we're looking for some people to share in the commissions. You know, we've done over $500 million so far, and we'll probably do $500 million in the next 3 years. So we're looking for some key players who really want to reach out and build some teams and create some awareness around, you know, patented technology. You know, are you interested, or do you know anybody who might be?
Yeah, another thing that, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You know, I just love that what Cindy was talking about not being embarrassed about it being network marketing. So I put up a link there that I was going to talk about because, Cindy, you were right in my brain. So our presentation we did a week ago with Scarlet Valley, I found this link, and it talks about the myths and the truths about network marketing and who was involved. And just showing to one guy today, the guy goes, oh, Robert Kiyosaki, I'm in, if he believes in it, but he thought it was a pyramid. Check out this link. It's powerful. I took a bunch of the slides, put it in our opportunity presentation. But Cindy, that's how I opened. I said, you know, we have to stop being embarrassed about this being network marketing, and we need to be proud that it is. So thanks, Cindy. Go ahead, Bob.
I was just going to say, Cindy's presentation was great also in the sense that what she did was bring out everything that validates this business. All right. The fact that, you know, we have done $500 million sales, the fact that we're patented, that all the different issues, the mitochondria, what we know, it's 100% safe, all of this, not to educate the people in the audience about what you can talk to people about, to educate the people in the audience so you can go out there with a posture of being strong of what this company is and what you're representing. Network marketing, hey, that's a given. We're in the network marketing distribution business. That's the distribution business that ASEA has decided to take. And without it, guys, we would not have an opportunity. So, and it is absolutely the most, there has never been, let's just put it this way, there's never, ever been a product like this come to market through the network marketing industry. And that is what makes this so special, not to mention the integrity of the people that are running this company, the executive team, and the integrity in the field. You know, Paul mentioned about how he's not in our downline. We're not in his downline. Nancy Tennell's not in our downline, and we're not in her downline. So there was nobody who benefited from anybody's, you know, sponsorship or anything at this meeting this weekend, except for furthering the knowledge of ASEA to the market. And I got to tell you, this is what's actually creating, in my mind, a lot of what's happening in the momentum. People, you talk to people and there's a little tweak. I think I've heard of it. And it opens their mind. They're now open to a possible opportunity. They're open to possibly getting more educated on it. As we know, you know, 6 to 7 touches for someone to come on board. Well, they're not necessarily from the same people because so many of us don't follow up, right? So it's just that's basically what I had to say. But I just think it's interesting because the validation's there, but that is not our story, guys. It's definitely not our story. Our story is the opportunity and all the people we can help with the technology and the opportunity.
I love it, love it, love it. And we just talked about that last week.
We did.
Yes, we did. So it's like we're just right on the same wavelength. You guys, I know that you guys have plans. You have dinner waiting. Can we bring you guys back on, the two of you back on and on our team Zoom?
No.
We weren't talking to you, Bo.
Oh, Cindy.
Yeah.
Cindy and Paul.
Yeah. You guys
So wait, real.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick, I'd like to just have one more, just a 2-minute kind of a share, because I asked our bronze executive there, Jackie Wetzler, to be on. She was at this event as well, and of course, you know, we're close with Jackie and Debbie Wetzler. Again, even though they're different organizations, and maybe she had a couple of takeaways from the event. Again, with the hopes to maybe help some folks know what to expect this upcoming Saturday there in New York. Jackie, are you there?
Jackie.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I gotta find you.
Thanks for being here.
I'm gonna put you on. I gotta find you here and put you on pin here. Oh, she
Is he home?
is. She's the owner. Hi, Jackie. Go
I'm the owner,
ahead.
yeah. I had my computer reloaded and everything, so I have to go back and change my name. But yeah, some stories that I got from it. I think it was one of the best, if not the best, Super Saturdays we've had. Just with the alignment of leaders that came out here and the amount of guests and associates we had out here. And yes, you had Paul talk more so like the business style of it. And then you had Nancy, which was great, coming in with the heart of it. So it was a great mixture of both of it. And then Bo reiterated stuff we learned of the envision of, how much doctors put in with their time and money and, not making much in residency. And then finally, 8-10 years later, they're finally getting paid, decent amount, but then they don't have any time freedom. So I think it gave people a real realization that, you're spreading this huge technology that, yes, it's not on trial anymore. It's patented. It's working. We wouldn't be in 31 countries if it's not. And then it's real. And I think definitely in 2019, I've already felt a shift in people's minds of that, people are definitely taking the more holistic approach and really seeking out alternative methods to healing. And so, it's not, it sounds too good to be true, but then once they see the experience and they have the testimonies up there, going from 6 to 7s to 1s in pain, they just can't believe it. And I'll just say, the best part about events is, yes, bring your guests because they get to see a bigger picture and get to really learn what it's all about, both business and product. And so, and then also having your associates come out as well because it keeps them engaged. You have to keep plugging people in. I'm learning that to keep them motivated and for them to bring their guests. And so it's just a ripple effect. And everybody had a great time, and I really enjoyed it.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. These guys,
Awesome.
you're hearing what these people are saying. You got to get to the events, and it's always that at the end of an event, it's always that bittersweet, right? It's like, oh my God, it was the best event. I wish I would have had people here. I wish I would have had more people here because they'd be in my business. And I know Foster's been out just pushing, talking to everybody, getting people to go there. So thanks, Jackie, for sharing. And Cindy and Bo, I know that you said no, but I'm going to ask you again if we can bring you back on at a later date.
We'd love to come back on.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it'd be great.
Anything that we can do to help you and your team, we love you guys.
I know. So share your story because they have a great story, guys. So I would love for you to hear it. And again, Bo and Cindy, we're not going to go into it, but literally Bo used to drive a lot every day over the mountain to go to work every day. And because of ASEA, he was able to quit that job. So I can't wait for you guys to tell your story. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Go enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much for joining us.
We'll see you
Thank you.
again. Everybody else stay on here. Thanks, guys.
Jackie, your skin
Thanks,
looks
guys. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Paul. We'll see you Thursday.
We'll talk later.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Can't wait.
Bye, guys.
Can't wait,
Enjoy
guys.
your-
Thanks, guys.
Okay, guys. So for
Oh, real quick, just wanted to say cheers and have a great event, you guys.
thanks, Bo.
Thank
Thanks,
you
Cindy.
so much.
Everybody on this call will be in.
When the weather's nicer.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Thanks so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. Bye, guys.
Okay, guys. So that thing I put up there, when they were talking about the opportunity, about not being embarrassed that it's network marketing, that if we're going to build this business, we have to get away from that, like saying I'm sorry for this being a business. So at this last event, I said that we have to stop being sorry. So I had found this great article. I put the link up there, but it is fantastic. And I'm going to just bring it up and then I'm going to just share it with you guys. So you guys, just to give you a little bit of, where is it at right here? The validation. Can you guys see that? Celeste, can you shake your head yes if you see, or Pilar? Okay. So this is why Bill Clinton and Warren Buffett choose network marketing. It talks about, again, like what we've been waiting for, that 40-40-40, how it doesn't work anymore. It dispels the myths. It talks about the 4-year career. But it talks about, again, the things that you want to look for, the things that you're going to get out of network marketing. And what I loved is, look at this. Here's a list of prominent people that endorse the business of network marketing. Paul Pilsner, Kiyosaki, Covey, Clinton, Tony Blair, former British Prime Minister, David Bach, Tom Peters, Zig Ziglar, Seth Godin, there's Donald Trump, Ray Chambers, Roger, there's so many, Warren Buffett. If people don't get it when you show them this, they're never going to get it, guys. If they don't, they still think it's a pyramid, it's a shame, but it talks about the myths. And let me tell you something. Myth number one was really an eye-opener for me, because when we got in, the person who brought us in said, oh, you got to get in the ground floor in the beginning. It's the best way. So we got in. Well, guess what we did is we just built the pathway for you guys, because it says, really, you want to wait, and most businesses go out of business in their first 5 years. So yeah, we're in early, but right now is really, as Paul was talking about, this is when momentum hits. We've built that path. We don't have to explain about the science anymore. We don't have to convince people that it's real. It is real. And we wouldn't be in 31 countries. We wouldn't have all these patents. We wouldn't have all of these certifications. So check this website out. It was really good. I used it as my opportunity presentation, but it was just this along with the cartoon. It's just a pyramid scheme. Is very funny. So anyway, check it out. You guys, I think will like this, and it will help you to help dispel some of those myths out there.
You know what? I've been working on somebody, a millennial, to try to get into my business who just graduated from my alma mater at Syracuse. He's a patient. And he sort of laughed at me a little bit. He was a sort of obnoxious millennial. I know that none of us know any of those. But he was getting his interest piqued. And when he came in to see me last week, and I said, you know, the company's in our 10th year, and we sold $500 million in product, and it's obviously not for you. So he texted me, and I had given my phone number, and he said, I still got to get past that pyramid scheme thing. So I sent him the 3-minute cartoon, and he said something about the cartoon was really cheesy, but it mentioned Robert Kiyosaki, and if he thinks this is a good idea, then I have to agree. Yeah. So who knew, you know, we've thrown around Robert Kiyosaki's name how many times? And this millennial knew his name, had already read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he said, okay, that's enough for me. I'm coming to your event. So the goal was not to enroll him, get him to the event. And now I said, and by the way, bring some of those little millennial friends of yours that work at Weill Cornell, that are MDs, that are in their residencies, not making any money with huge debt. Let them come and see what we have. And so leverage your tools, send out that stupid little cheesy cartoon, because you don't know who you'll be able to get to the presentation.
And if you don't know what the cartoon is, let us know. We can post it on a Sea of Track. It's really cute.
Exactly.
Okay, so, are we still sharing here?
Probably. We
Good.
share all the time.
Perfect.
So we
because I wanted to, wait a minute. I need to go back to Facebook. Can you guys see the flyer? Perfect. Okay, so this weekend's flyer is on a Sea of Track Central. It's on Molecules That Matter. It's out there. And right here is a hyperlink that takes you right to buy your ticket. And here's for your guest tickets that are free. As we said last week, please register. If you're bringing guests, register them with their name, print out the ticket and give it to them. You have a much better chance of them showing up if they have a ticket that is personalized in their name. So get as many people, fill up the room. You know what? It's typical how many people have registered, and I know who's out there, and I know if you've registered or not. It's just fascinating because you know you're coming. Do us a favor, please. When this call is done, go and register. It helps us out with the seating, and so we know how many seats to have there, so we're not scrambling at the end.
So you don't know about this. So I invited a doctor who's having a very tough time financially. They lost their job, and I had invited her to our event, and she said, she was hemming and hawing and saying, you know what, I'm really not able to join and pay for any proper amount of product at this time, so I'm a little hesitant. And I said, I will not ask you to enroll. I will not ask you to buy the product. I'm just asking you to come and see who this is about and what this is about. And she said, with that kind of an invitation, how can I say no? So as long as the pressure was taken off, it's like, just come see who we are and what we do. And then you make your decision. And I'm going to ask you and we'll see what happens. So just get them there. Just let them know this is about heart first. This is about caring first. I only know that because Terry taught me. Pilar taught me. Exactly. Just not Pilar. Perfect. So just get them there. Let them know this is to learn. This isn't to come and have them necessarily enroll that day. We want them to see who we are.
Yeah, and we are a company. And for those of you that are not network marketers, as we were not, you're hearing from Paul and from Cindy and Bo and from people that have been in the network marketing industry for a long time. Our company is very different. Our company works together. Other network marketing companies, they fight. The teams are competing with each other. It's don't tell them this and don't tell them. This company works together. We all work together. And that's the beauty of it, because it's about getting this message out to the world. Okay.
One team, one dream. She started.
Right. That's it. Okay. Hey, did you guys see the webinar last week? It was the health professional webinar. Did you guys see it? It was awesome. So it was five healthcare professionals: Foster, Dr. Dick Walker, Maureen Hayes,
David Silverman, Jerry
White.
So 4 of us from the board.
Talking about, let me just post that there. Talking about more the why they did the business opportunity, because we always hear, we have a lot of webinars about what they've seen with their patients, but this was more about their story and why the opportunity. So it's a great webinar to send to people. I posted the link. It's on my YouTube channel. It's under, I think, healthcare professionals, under the playlist. So there's a lot of great webinars on there, by the way. If you don't know, just go to my YouTube channel. We have a lot of our videos. All of our team calls are there. So just go to Terry Malmed. But that one is, I would check that out.
And that one live, we had 520 viewers.
Yeah. Alan Noble goes,
awesome.
Great. Now I have to pay the higher price. Yeah, it broke. It was the highest, I think, ever, 500 and something. So it was powerful. And I don't even know how many views it has now. It's a good one. Okay. Let's see. And you guys can always interrupt if you need to. We talked about that.
Vote first.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, so talking about our company. So we know that ASEA was voted 4 years in a row one of the top companies to work for in Utah. And that was voted by the people that work there. So this isn't people out in the field, anybody can vote. This is voted by employees. And so for 4 years in a row, let me post this right here. Oh, where's my glasses? Okay. Now it is, thank you, Cynthia McKnight, for pointing this out, the new home business, what is it?
Businessforhome.org.
Yeah, is doing the best network marketing companies out there. And it's up to us to vote. So I went right on and I voted, go on there and vote for ASEA, because guess what? This is just more validation. If this ends up in the top, 10, whatever, at least the top 100, we can say that we're in the top 100 of this, this home business.
Survey.
The survey. So please, the link is there. Go and vote. It's pretty simple, and get ASEA on the board. Just looking here. Oh, hey guys, this is a little, yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about. So we want to just talk about politics, religion. Everybody has their views. Some people are very passionate. They're, and everybody has a right to their views. But posting and arguing and hurting people's feelings on social media, on calls, on webinars, on Zooms, posting your opinion and then arguing about it, it isn't good. It isn't good for us as a company. It's not good for us as people. Just remember that anything that you post on social media, 50% are going to be on your side, but 50% are probably going to be against you. And so it just starts this whole ickiness out there. And, whatever your point of view is, if you disagree, we just ask, don't post politics and religion. It's up to you if you want to do it, but it doesn't really serve a purpose, and it just hurts people's feelings. It gets people riled up. It doesn't help build your business, and it doesn't help people to fall in love with you and to like you. Like I said, 50% of those people are going to now dislike you instead of having no feeling at all about you. And it just, again, we just try to keep it out. So just try to keep religion, no matter how powerful, and politics out of your business. Anything else on that?
And the Jews. Don't talk about the Jews.
Yeah, don't talk about it. I'm going to punch him.
I can get away with that.
That's a right.
And I don't know why.
I don't know. The In Touch call. Okay, guys. So remember now with ASEA, and I'm putting everything in this chat section, guys. The new corporate calls, the In Touch calls, are going to be the first 3 Tuesdays of the month. So tomorrow is the first In Touch call. And it's going to have Jerem Webb, our president, and to hear his vision for 2019 and his advice about how you can set up your business for success this year. It's ASEAIntouch.com. That's 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 Mountain. I have posted it there. Get on the call. It's going to be awesome. Let's see what else we have here. Upcoming events. We have this weekend, Norfolk, Virginia is with Debbie Wetzler, Ed and Rebecca Weens, and Dr. Michael, and local leaders. There's going to be in Tarrytown, New York with us, with Karen Riley, MJ Durkin, and Paul Taira, and local leaders. And we have some of our field leaders, and we're just kind of putting some new faces out there, people that are kind of really working it, and just we just know that you guys like. It's just some new faces to get up there.
We're spotlighting some new talent up on the stage. It's going to be great. And they have great messages to share.
Yeah, so Trisha DeAngelis and Scott LaValle will be up there. So we're looking forward to that. We're excited. I do need some people. I need 2 people to volunteer to be at the door. We give a tube of Renew, a full tube of Renew, to that person or people that sit at the door and register. We could really use your help. So if anybody is willing to do that, please message me and let me know.
And you know how you know that we're in momentum, Terry? Do you know how you know?
How do you know, Foster?
When the Malmeds go out and buy a new sound system.
I'm so excited.
You know that we're getting ready for the push now for the next 10 years. So we have an awesome new sound system.
Laurel, get this. It's a mixer, microphones, and speakers.
Huge speakers.
You guys, it costs me so much money every time we have this event for just the audio stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I just said, you know what, I'm going to see if I can find one. And I did. And I'm so excited. And Foster got it working.
Foster got it working. If anybody wants to know what Bluetooth is, I can define it for you later.
So you will see our new sound system. This also, for Saturday, if you're coming, we are starting literally noon. Do not be late. Do not be 1 minute late, because we will be starting. It's 11:30 for meet and greet registration. 12 o'clock, you better be in your seat, because we're starting, because we are on a time limit and we have got to be in and out of there. Everybody has to stay to their time. So, and the presentation will be by Foster and Paul Taira. So I'm looking forward to it. So please get your people in their seats.
And if you want to come at 11:30, you can watch me set up the new sound system.
That'll be at 11 o'clock.
Never mind.
Yes. Also, hey guys, OUR. Here is a link for OUR, Operation Underground Railroad. This is what they've accomplished in the first 31 days of 2019. It's pretty cool. Very exciting, the things that are happening there. So take a look at that. I posted the link.
Just tell them who that is.
Operation Underground Railroad.
Some don't know.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Operation Underground Railroad, one of the foundations that ASEA has partnered with, and it is to help stop child sex trafficking. Yeah. Who could not get on board with that? So they have gotten so much done. They have such integrity. They are an amazing group. My wife is part of the committee, and Watch that video. It'll make you cry. It'll make you angry. And it's awesome. This is all about awareness.
Well, this one is really actually not even going to make them cry or make them angry. It's just going to show them what we've accomplished. And so it's a happy thing. So happy. Hey, you know what I want to do? Switch gears a little bit and let's bring on our inspirational message for this evening, which is the amazing Scarlet Rogers from Atlanta, Georgia.
Somewhere in Georgia.
Yeah, I think she's more of the country there, but from Georgia. And you guys probably have heard Scarlet's story. She has an amazing story of abnormal cells. But it's just fantastic. And so, but she's going to share something that inspires her. So, Scarlet, are you there?
Howdy.
Oh, there she is. Let me ping you. Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
We're so glad you volunteered to be here. Hey, Scarlet, real fast, because I know when people go, oh, you know, I live 3 hours. I live 4 hours from New York. I live 5 hours. You have actually got on a plane and flown out here for one of these events, haven't you?
2 events.
That's what I was hoping to hear you say. 2. So when people say it's too far, what would you say to that?
It was a couple-hour airline flight, so it, you know.
Was it worth it?
Yes, it was. I had a wonderful time, and I wish I could be there this year, but you know, I can't. So
I know, but I just want
many
you to
life changes.
Yeah, but just so you guys know, she's got on a plane twice and flown from Georgia to be at a Super Saturday, not to be on stage training, but just to be there and be a part of it. So if you think I live 4 hours, 5 hours, 2 hours, I'm just saying.
Exactly. It's part of the believe, belong, become ethos. It's part of belonging is being at the events because that's where you get your social proof and conviction.
Yeah. The first one I went to, I was actually living in Arizona. So it was a little bit longer flight than from Georgia. So that one was 6 hours, I think. A 6 hour flight.
You're saying the flight's 6 hours, the flight time, but it's the prep time, the driving, the parking, the having to. It's not just a 6 hour. That's a whole day. So don't minimize it. I just want people to understand. You know what, Foster and I drive 5-6 hours to go to events. Just do it. It's worth it. So take it away.
Inspire us.
Okay. So, how much time do I have? I don't want to go.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. So I've been reading this book, and it's an awesome book. But the title of the book is Visual Intelligence by Amy Herman. Okay, so that's what I'm taking out of this book. Okay, so at convention, we had lots of diamonds tell us about how to see our customers. And so, and that got me thinking a lot. And so I came across this book, and it's an amazing book. So anyways, long story short, I wrote some notes. So one of the quotes, we find only the world we're looking for. So in ASEA and as associates, we have our goals, as Jerem Webb and, a lot of other in ASEA that have told us to write our goals down and, to go forward with that, to visualize what we want and what, where we want to be, So in that, seeing clearly and communicating effectively, especially in this business, can be a little challenging. But, it's nothing new of having these straightforward skills. Basically, we're born with them. We just inadvertently or don't use them because we fail to use these skills because we look at things, how we see. When you look at a painting, this book is written by someone that's a lawyer and a art history professor. So when you're looking at paintings, sometimes you automatically look at the painting, like Michelangelo and the statue of David. You obviously see this naked man up there, but the thing is to see something that you haven't seen before, you know, so you might see something over and over and over again, but taking that time to really look and see what you have not noticed previously. And a lot of artists over the years have gone back to their paintings and changed just something, you know, just little in that. And so in this book, it teaches you how to go about doing that. But one of the first things is how we see things. A lot of times people think, oh, you know, what you learned in your science class in high school, you know, the retina is part of the eye. Well, obviously, in studying, the retina is not part of the eye, it's part of the brain. So we can change the brain. We can't change what we see because that's reality, but we can change how our brain sees things, if you understand where I'm getting with that. So we observe more accurately, and we notice things that we overlook. So what I want to take out of the book is she talks about this guy that came from Uganda. He came to the United States, and all of us have been to a hotel room and you see in the shower a bar of soap. Well, he stayed a few days at this hotel. Every day there was a new bar of soap. Well, his dad was a soap maker back in Uganda. So he's like, hey, I got a new bar of soap. I don't want to be charged for the soap. And the guy says, you're not going to be charged. It's free to everyone. You get a new bar of soap every day. So in his home country, they didn't have soap to wash with. You know, it was just a luxury. So because his, you know, visualization of being able to see, well, if I took all of these soaps that are being discarded and, you know, we clean them and repurpose them and, you know, make them where we can humanitarian and give it back to his home country or people, you know, in other countries that don't have it because it's such a luxury, you know, he changed a lot of lives. So this last part of the book, or this where he realizes, this is the part where he after 5 years of doing the soap thing, you know, he's taking you know, his idea, his vision, you know, to fruition, and he's taking these bars of soap to his home country, and he puts them all on the table, and, you know, he's here, take the soap, you know, and it was made so lovingly by these American volunteers and so on and so forth. And so it didn't turn out like he had hoped. Basically, the response he got was that these women were like, well, you told us it was so lovingly made. We didn't want to use it. We wanted to cherish it. And then another lady who took the soap, took it home. She washed her whole body, and then she didn't wash it off. So sometimes when we look at things and we see it a certain way, we might not effectively communicate to others how we see it. They may interpret it differently. So being able to tailor our message to change and look and see those things that we can come across effectively. And then it is, as she put it, oh, I'm sorry. I lost my page. So, okay, so because it says, he was so overwhelmed with the realization that when we recognize and act upon even the smallest things, we have the power to change lives. But like those artists, like Michael D'Angelo and a lot of other ones, they went back and they changed that little thing and finding out what we need to do to communicate effectively so we can change a million lives.
Awesome.
That's beautiful.
You know what? And we see, you're so right. We see things from our blinders, you know, what we see. And I have been actually kind of putting myself and saying to look at things, to be more aware of things. I'm noticing things that I never noticed before. And I thought, how sad, because my blinders are up, I'm not seeing it. And so it is looking at things from a different angle. And you said something too. I could say something, and I've heard this a million times, that, you know, I've said this 100 times to my team, and then somebody else comes on and they say the exact same thing, and it's like, whoa, like the lights go on for people, and they're like, I wish somebody would have said that to me before. And it's like, I did say it to them, but they just needed to see from a different angle, from how somebody else said it. And so I love that, Scarlet. It's a great lesson.
So yeah, so it was, the secret to that is to repeating, renaming, and reframing. That's what I was looking for, and I lost my place. So repeating, renaming, and reframing are the secrets, she says.
Renaming
and reframing.
And reframing. I'm typing that out. There you go.
Yep.
Awesome.
And if you,
Thanks, Scarlet.
if you want to read the book, that's the book. It's a great book.
Amy Herman.
Okay, yeah, and I typed it in there too. It is in there, guys. It's in there, Visual Intelligence by Amy Herman. Thank you so much,
That is
Scarlet, for
beautiful.
sharing. We'll miss you this weekend, but we give you an out. Those of you that live any closer than Scarlet, we're not giving you an out.
Exactly. And by the way, so my degree at Syracuse was in anthropology, and it was in cultural anthropology, and that's what cultural anthropology is all about. It's going and looking at a culture and reporting how it is that they see things.
Yep.
And it's fascinating.
Yes.
It's very narcissistic when we try to think how they should see things. And when you're trying to get the idea of ASEA across to someone, that's why your way of seeing things and the video you like to show has nothing to do with anything. You must look at their eyes and see how they look at it and let them see how they need to see it, or you might as well be talking to a wall.
Yeah.
Beautiful message. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
And I want to give kudos to Foster, because I've heard him doing that a lot lately, is asking people about them. It's always kind of been Foster's agenda. He gets on there and boom, boom, boom. He's telling them his agenda, what he wants. And I have heard so much lately him not talking about ASEA, finding out what's on people's agenda, what's on their agenda. And guess what? It always comes back to.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Right. I'm the science guy. I want to talk about science. It's like, what am I going to do? She just wants to talk about the heart and the ethos. I don't know what to do. It's like, I better send her those ethos videos, and then you better talk to her because she wants to talk about heart. So
But
that's
you're
what
getting that. But
I'm getting it. I mentioned the word heart at least a half a dozen times in the
did.
last 3 days.
You did. Thanks, Scarlett.
Thank you, Scarlett. That
Hey,
was awesome, awesome.
who wants to volunteer for next week?
Put it in the
Again,
chat.
it's whatever you want.
Throw it in the chat.
Everything has a great message. Doesn't matter. 2 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes. It's up to you. Okay, we'll just sit here and wait. Come on, throw yourselves out there, guys.
Jen.
Thanks so much, Scarlett. Love you.
Jenny said, I'll do it.
Okay, so I know there's a theme going on here. It's the same like 5 people every time, but we're just going to keep
I
doing
feel like the
same
teacher in
thing.
front of the room. Why is it always the same 5 people raising their hand?
Thanks, Jenny. If nobody else volunteers, I see the same people on here. They just don't want to do it. Okay, well, it's going to be a really good call next week too, because it's going to be right after.
Post.
Okay, and Jenny says, I'm happy to do it, and maybe I'll have a co-host. There you go.
Awesome. Co-host. That sounds like 30 seconds each. That'll be interesting. Thank you, Jenny.
Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Scarlett. Okay, let's go on here. By the way, in the A-Team support newsletter, ASEA founder Vertus Norton has said to associates, leverage your resources. True stories of real people in ASEA having health improvements and business success are among our greatest resources. So,
Where would they find those?
A-Team support is a bunch. What do you? You mean ASEA Healthy Self?
ASEA Healthy Self and ASEA Wealthy Self.
Absolutely. But anyway, so she interviewed Winnie Wong, and just so you know, Winnie Wong is she was born and raised in Hong Kong. And she and her husband moved to Australia with their 2 very young children. She worked in a bank, but after moving, she worked as a full-time mother and homemaker. Winnie and her son suffered from health issues, and she was seeking help. And after being introduced to redox signaling molecules, she began to use a ASEA self-signaling supplement and Renew 28 and saw improvements in just a few weeks. She was so excited, she began to tell some of her friends. She found that most of them also had health concerns and that most who persisted with the ASEA for 3 months saw results and felt better. So she became a triple diamond in just 3 years. Her attitude, her approach to business, and her dynamic actions will be a great inspiration to you and your team. So here, if you guys want to listen to her story. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
So there's the interview with Winnie Wong. If you want to listen to it, it's awesome. But again, just see, she was not a network marketer, not a network marketer, and she did a triple diamond in 3 years, and she is doing awesome. So
she is, and notice that she said those people were having changes in 3 months. What do we say? Oh yeah, 3 months. It's about the numbers. If you give somebody a bottle, there's a few percentage point chance that they'll have some perceivable difference. We know it's working, but they're not going to feel it about 95% of the time. After a month, 50% will perceive a change. After 2 months, 75%, and after 3 months, 90% will have a perceivable change, and that's what we're looking for. And if they don't feel anything after 3 months, they're either using it wrong, not taking enough, or they got something brewing in there that is getting worked on, and they better stay on that product.
there you go. There you go. Okay. So I think I'm just looking at my notes. Hold on.
Have you mentioned that we're doing Super Saturday
yes,
at 11:30
and everybody,
on Saturday?
I'm going to see so many registrations when we end this. Please send this to your team. Send it to your guests. Guys, get people there. I promise you it'll be great. And by the way, don't forget we have MJ Durkin, the professional network marketing coach, author, professional speaker. He's going to be there and teaching us, for all of us old timers here.
Speak for myself.
Well, old timers in the sea is what I mean.
Exactly.
He's going to teach us how to find leads on Facebook, and that's really exciting.
Properly.
So.
Exactly.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the In Touch call tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will see you this weekend, and I can't wait to see all of you registered for the event.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Great to see you, Ben. Thank you so much, Scarlet.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye, guys.
Thanks,
Have a great night.
everyone.